Alright guys, so now I made a video about my battle with fatal insomnia. So now it is only justified that I do a video on my battle with gut health. Gut health. So as I did with the other video, I'll go back a few years. I'll explain my travels and progress and very troublesome path, and you shall decide if it is worthy of a watch or not. So, um, as you well know, if you're, I think, a subscriber of mine through my battle with fatal insomnia, well, now I have the pleasure of announcing you that I also have very serious gut health issues. So yeah, so I'm 36 years old right now. So my troubles, I had no what you shall find it in a lot of disease sometimes in this era. So with the people I've talked about and everything, um, people tends to. I had no problems growing up. I had no problems as a kid, as a pubescent teen, a teen. It's just when I came to become an adult that those problems began. So I was a very healthy individual until I reached 17 years old. For the first 16 years of my life, everything went smoothly. I had no problem whatsoever, not for sleep, not for gut, not for depressive or whatever, anything. It all started when I was 17 years old. So half of my life almost. So yeah. So I went to you know what? I just got an idea for another video, but we'll talk about that down the road. Yeah, it first started when I went to California with my father, who was a narcissistic sociopath, and his narcissistic sociopath's girlfriend, her weird kid, um, whatever, and my two best friends. And we went to California by car. We went 5,000 kilometers, gone and back. And during the travel, I first remarked some bizarre effects on my gut. I felt like I had no intimacy anymore because my friends were always stalking me when I went to the bathroom, were always doing pricks and stealthy shit and bugging me and bullying me, and they made up quite a team to bully me for whatever reason, 5,000 kilometers from home. And just an example, I had to go to the bathroom, and they would not stop knocking on the door, trying opening the door, and blah blah blah, and that led to some stress. When I was taking a shower, they burst into the bathroom and threw me things at myself, and when I went to bed after, so I was always stressed. And when I went to bed after, they did a very little prank that I still don't find funny. Sorry for drinking. I need it. They made me this little prank. They found horse shit, literal, maybe dog shit, horse shit, whatever. They wrapped it up in my blanket for my pillow, and they inserted it, inserted some animal feces in my bedroom pillow. And at like 3 in the morning, I wake up and I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is going on?" And they were laughing and laughing at me, and I went like, "What the fuck is going on?" So it may be subtle, but I was losing a little more of my intimacy day in and day out. So through the bathroom, I cannot go without being bothered. Through the showers, through the sleep, through everything, I could not never be bothered to go, just go in peace. And that uh, approximated approximated with the sequential daily abuse of my father through through also bullying me um, for whatever reason. Um, I went out, and at 17 years old, 5,000 kilometers or 3,000 miles from home, I just went, fuck you all. And I went, I had no money, no passport, no whatever. I just took my bag and I took the first bus in California, and I said, fuck you guys, I'm going home. I don't want you in my life anymore. So that's what I did. And of course, they followed me by car. I was only 17 years old. I was not a mature. I was an adult, so I couldn't do anything. And I didn't have any money, of course. So that's what happened. So all this little story to say, um, when I came back, something was different. When I came back and I turned 18, and I know what you're talking about. 18 in Canada, because I'm a French Canadian, if you didn't know. 18 in Canada is the blossom. It's the full groom shit. It's the you can drink, you can party, you can smoke, you can do anything you want. So at first I didn't. Alcohol never, alcohol never attracted me. Drugs never attracted me. Still didn't. Still don't. My cat is at my feet. Hello, kitty. Hello, buddy. Sorry for that. Yeah. So at first, I didn't feel the need to take anything to feel less bad or to feel better or to escape. All the reasons why I'm doing them right now, 18 years later, I wasn't aware of. So I for the first month I didn't, but of course one thing led to another, and returning to the gut issues, it started at sorry 17. Started to have unprecedented loose bowels, very smooshy, very in yeah. I'm gonna go through some coarse language. Sorry for those who are offended. Shit is shit, but there are different forms of it. So if you don't like it, fuck you. Go watch something else. So yeah, very loose bowels, very diarrhea most of the time. And I started drinking coffee in the morning to go because I was always constipated, and I asked myself, where does that come from? I never had these problems before. Before I was just getting up, getting ready for school, eating my cereals, and going to school, and everything was great. And I went to the bathroom like any teenage kid, and I didn't ask myself any questions, and I didn't have anything to be anxious about, or any problem at all. I didn't have any. And looking back at it, god damn, these were good times. Because now it's fucking nightmare, just like sleeping. And I'm sure those two are correlated, because the gut is the second brain, and I am sure that a lot of my um, insomnia is going through my gut. But who can tell these days with the great doctors that we have? Yeah. So anyway, continue my story. Continue. Hope. Well, yeah. It's the same format as my battle for insomnia. If you don't want to stay, go. It's gonna be a quite long one. So if you have, and of course, I find myself tackling these issues um, from an angle that I don't um, I don't really understand looking back, because it's issues, insomnia and bowel issues, or IBS, are the two most um, I won't say popular, but the most common kind of disease that um, that our civilization is worried about. It's everywhere, and I find myself in doubt, because are not in doubt, but confounded, because nobody seems to be talking, except the doctors, or the health specialists of YouTube. Nobody in a common, like me, a common people position is talking about. It's all from a doctor's mouth who knows nothing, who hasn't experienced it, who just take from his library of science, of whatever science he's talking about, or she. And I find it out very frustrating. So that's why I tried to make this video on my own, and to tackle this issue that I am absolutely 100% sure that a lot of you have, just like insomnia. It's an epidemic, uh, with it, transformed foods, with fast food, with modern eating patterns, and but most of it from the stress, because when we think about it, insomnia and gut are great receptors of stress, and our modern ways of working and going around are all about stress. Stress is everywhere, so it is really no surprise that these two issues come up as the main ones, uh, battling the new civilization of the modern age. Refreshing. All right. Yeah. So 17, 18 started bowel issues, diarrhea most of the time. um, but didn't take anything. Didn't take any laxatives. Didn't take any. It's strange. It's a strange thing because now I go. Hello, kitty. my cat is my cat is interested about bowel issues. Ah, buddy, hey Stella. Sorry, I have to call my cat. She's so cute. What are you doing there for? Anyway, she's Stella. She's awesome. Yeah. Okay. So 17, 18, the start of the bowel movement at the peak of my pubescent era. So I went, okay. I didn't ask myself any questions, and it went on and on and on, and I didn't consult any doctor. I didn't take any supplements. I didn't change my diet. I was When you're 18 years old, all your friends want to do is eat pizza and chips and cookies and whatever the fuck. They don't care about. They don't have bowel issues. They just want to eat cheeseburgers at McDonald's because it costs $1. And oh, she's really going on it. Hey, Stella. Hey, you're eating my chair again. She loves eating my chair. Yeah, so they don't care, and I never talked to any of them again about I never talked to any of them about these issues I was having because it was like insomnia. I think is most like proper or clean or whatever you want to call it, but gut issues are like you're talking about poo, you're talking about excrements, you're talking about feces, about dirty stuff, so it's dirty, so we won't talk about it because it's just dirty, and uh, why would we talk about that? It's stupid, it's dirty, and we don't have any trouble about it from our angle, so why would we hear from you these dirty things? It's just, yeah, just push it aside. So yeah, so I did exactly that. I pushed them aside, and I continued living with them. And because my friends were always sleeping at my house, and we went, I was I was a skate. We were all skateboarders, so we skateboarded night and day, from 9 in the morning to night in the in from 9 in the morning to night 9, 9, 10 o'clock at night. We would skateboard every day, every day, every summer, every day. And by that time, none of us went to school, so we were just living the dream, except their dream was my nightmare because my belly ache. I had belly, I had trouble, really trouble, grave trouble going to the bathroom. And when I went, it was not a good sight, just to tell you. I have never had any sane or healthy uh, defecation um, since that time, until I was in my 30s. So yeah, and then the insomnia. I won't repeat what I said in my battle with fatal insomnia. Just know that it underlapped. Uh, both of them underlap each other. So if you watch my video about my battle with fatal insomnia and you watch this video, just know that I was living the two things, the two curses at the same time. So there you go. It's fucking disgusting. I know. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. And again, I know I'm not making these videos for any kind of reconnaissance. Excuse me, reconnaissance. Any time of glamour, anything of. I just want to help people because I know it's a curse. I know it's very, very, very. Uh, it's a grave, grave, grave problem all around the world because diets are getting so um, artificial. But even with good health and good proper diet and with clean diet, you can still have major issues, and that's why I'm talking about right now. So if you're suffering, um, I just want to finish my story from my 20s before moving on. In my 20s, things got worse because I wasn't sleeping. So my gut flora never had a chance to go back, renew itself. My gut flora. I wasn't taking any supplements. I didn't know anything about probiotics or laxatives or uh, L-glutamine or any trick out of the coffin you can think of. I didn't know anything about it. I was just living a fucking nightmare because I wasn't going to the bathroom, or when I went, it was a fucking nightmare, and of ache of poison and burning acid and disgusting results. And then when I went to sleep, it was the same disgusting, unhealthy, acidic result. I didn't sleep, I didn't shit, I didn't do anything for years and years, for a decade. For a fucking decade. I went fucking crazy. But again, I didn't know any better. So I didn't do anything. I didn't consult any doctor, which may be a good thing because doctor these days, they fuck us up good. Good. So, hey. But anyway, so yeah, so I wasn't sleeping, wasn't shitting, we're drinking alcohol all the time and skateboarding all the time. So I was just a mess of bruises and uh, aches, pains, swelling, fatigue. I was a complete mess from top to bottom. So come I reached 26 years old, without, again, from 21 to 26, if you know my story. At 21, that's when I stopped sleeping. But the bowel issue started at 17. So I was already 9 years into it. And in 9 years of eating whatever, not a single solid and I didn't take anything. I was just eating. And my parents were quite therapeutic. They were quite rigid for us to eat good food. But when I was with my friends, it was always McDonald's, McDonald's, McDonald's because it costs nothing. It was for $1.50 we have a cheeseburger, and it's complete crap. It's stupid. And what at night we eat chips and pretzels and all kinds of crap, and then the alcohol came in. And do you think it helped? Of course not. Alcohol is a strain to the gut, and it still is. And I don't care anymore because I'm past all that, and I'm at peace with myself, saying that I will never heal. Sorry about that. Refreshing, refreshing. So that yeah. So to 26 years old, I was so busy dealing with my fatal insomnia that I didn't have time to ask the doctors because most of them were private doctors. I remember one of them was a woman that charged me $300 an hour, and she sent me a letter that one of these days I cracked a nut. I went completely batshit crazy and I said, are you fucking going to do anything of interest with me? Or are you gonna do the same bullshit you've been doing for like 3 sessions so far for $1,000 fucking for 3 hours? It's fucking insane. Are you gonna do anything about it? And I shouted and I was aggressive. Yes, I was aggressive. And she sent me a letter saying I was too aggressive. She didn't want me as a patient. I said, of course I'm aggressive. I'm fighting for my fucking life. Wouldn't you be? Wouldn't anybody be? Like, look, we're into the Gaza war right now. What do, do any of these people are not entitled to being fucking insanely angry and irritated and fucking. I mean, of course, compared to them, I'm nothing. But it's just to say that it's like when your own humanity is at stake, you're angry. Of course, you're angry. You're angry all the time. It's like Jesus Christ. I want my primordial, um, my primal rights to be defended. I want my. I just want to breathe, to eat, and sleep in peace. That's not too much to ask, is it? I don't want to be a billionaire. I don't want to be. I just want to be. I just want to be in a free society and in a democratic society, and as I like, as we, I hope, have the luck of having. I just want my rights defended, and my health is part of that. My health is part of these rights. So all that comes into play when I tell you that for 9 years I didn't produce a healthy bowel movement, and that is ridiculous, but that hurts. It hurts a lot. So um, it took a lot of years because I was um, so taken by my insomnia problems that I didn't have the time or the energy to focus on my intestinal problems. But now I have the time and the focus and um, the just the time to think and to tell you that that's what that's what's that is what has happened to me since then. And I'm still battling through it. I'm still fighting my war every single day. But when the time when I've had enough, and when my sleep got regularized, regularized. I don't know if it's a word in French. I know this shit. Um, so if you're someone that has diarrhea every day, I stand with you. If you're someone that is constipated every day, I stand with you. If you're someone that have diarrhea in the morning, constipation in the evening, and both and blah 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 blah, always, all the time, every day, every week, it's always the roller fucking coaster. I stand with you. I live by it constantly. That's why I'm making this video. So if that video talks to you, please come in the comments, talk to me, talk to the populace, talk to the audience, and share your story, because I have 30 something subscribers. I don't make any money. I don't have any um, uh, gain of doing this except for trying to help others. That's always been the goal of this channel. Like I did with insomnia, I've I'm trying to do now with gut health, because I'm sure it's correlated. Maybe yes, maybe no. Whatever. Who cares? Okay. So just, if you have your story, please share it. Please don't let yourself go through the same path of destruction and apathy I went through, because that's where we shall go next. So, okay, 26 years old, my sleep is being regularized, and but my stomach and intestinal growth and my flora is a complete mess. Excuse me. Um, yeah. So now I start to go to the pharmacy and witness some supplements, and I said, "Oh yeah, this is interesting. This combination, and cayenne pepper for intestinal strength, and whatever probiotics. What are these? I tried every single strain of probiotics that is on the market. I can tell you that I've tried all of them. I've paid the hard price for all of them. Microflora, biological, what could I say? Trees, tree bacterial flora, 6, 9, 12, 20, 50 billion flora, whatever you name it, I've tried it. For whatever the price, I've paid it. It's fucking ridiculous. Um, because it doesn't get any better. I hope it does for you if you try some. But for me, it didn't work at all. So, what's the next point? Well, you go into fiber. So I went into the Metamucil route, because it was all the fun in the 2000s and 2010s. So it was the Metamucil craziness. So I went, no, I can't. You can buy some fucking big balls of Metamucil, take some every morning, and I had to work, and I had to. Oh god, damn, it was disgusting. And I'm not painting a great picture here, but imagine the worst, and it was that. hours. It was fucking ridiculous. So, and I was like, I was eating like crap, but I didn't know any better. Nobody told me, took me by the shoulder and said, hey, watch your diet. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. So that's why I'm making this video. So, um, Metamucil is just a soluble fiber supplement that, well, if it works for you, good. But it's really, um, I think, really not well tested, not well tested on a majority of problems and errors. And I think it's very expensive for the little good that it can do. But hey, I'm not an expert. What the fuck do I know, right? Anyway, so then I tried, like I said, every probiotic. Didn't do shit. I went and so now I went into, of course, psyllium husk fiber, um, which is the best kind of fiber you can find on the market, or so they say. And then I went into, I found digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes are a funny thing. I found them not in my not the cheap ones in drugstores, but the good ones in they were manufactured in the U.S. and they came from a company called Nucific, and I really recommend them if you can afford them. They're not cheap at all. Don't don't give me shit. I know they're expensive, but if you have money and want to try really gut health formula that will um, give you the best chances, Nucific is a very good company. They have very good enzymes, very good probiotics formulas. They have very interesting products, and you can. But their shipping is fucking so slow, and the price is high. So if you want to try it, go ahead. But I suggest that you don't, because for the money's sake. If money is not a problem, go for it. Try them. See what happens. Of course, I'm not a doctor. Of course, I'm not therapeutic. I'm not a whatever you want to call me. Don't sue me. I'm not an expert in any field at all. I'm just talking from a personal standpoint. So, um, and they can try it and they can work for me. And but when I got to the time that my gut health really got better because I became a vegan. And I'm gonna say, oh, another fucking vegan aristocrat or whatever. It's a no, vegan is the cheapest thing you can do for your diet. It costs nothing. Potatoes, beans, rice, pineapples, apples, fruits. These are all the things in life that cost less. So it's not a costly routine. It's just being in touch with nature and for what it can preserves you from. So by doing the digestive enzymes, the probiotics, um, the enormous amounts of fiber I was taking, I was eating all bran all day, every day. Charles, est-ce que je leur la protéine à la source? Just a sec. Comment? La protéine à la source que tu as dans les végétaux là, que tu disais l'autre fois avec ta mère. Que toi, tu ingères la protéine à la source. Oh yeah. my beautiful girlfriend just told me to remind you that if you're on the edge of going vegan or not because you have bowel issues, I would say being vegan as um, have cured 80% or 85% of my illness. So it's big, it's huge. Just by being vegan, by eating good potatoes, good vegetables, fruits, grains, healthy, but also tasty. My my girlfriend makes amazing food, and I'm lucky. But it's all there for you guys. And remember that there are more protein in broccoli than in steak, than in meat. It's a fact. Go check it out. So, i- because what protein is that the cow that you want to gut with a knife and tear his fucking head off and bleed it to death eats grass. The grass makes the protein in her belly. The grass she eats, the protein she eats, make the protein in her bones and cartilages and meat. And then that's the second degree or third degree protein found food that people are eating at their kitchen tables. So you're not eating proteins, you're eating third, second or third or fourth base protein. So it's worthless. So when people think, oh, well, you're not enough protein, well, I'll say first, look at the vegan Olympians. They seem to do all right. And second, I'd say you're eating fourth generation protein or third generation protein. It's fucking crap. You're eating crap. Anyway, that's my vegan pedigree for the day. I won't go any further. I know much of you will say I'm a fucking idiot and I'm sold to the vegan myth. But anyway, I'm not. Eat what you like. I don't fucking care. Returning to the bowel issues. So, um, okay, so let's go. Let's get a deep dive here because I'm going on for so long. Okay, deep dive. Like in the insomnia video, I'm gonna tell you everything that I did to cure myself. And I have still not found the perfect way. With sleep, I have found a stable way, but with my gut, it's very hit and miss. Even after all my troubles and pilgrimage, it's still very hard. But let's try it. Okay, so firstly, probiotics. No, okay, probiotics. Get the strongest. Again, if you have money. If you don't, try the smallest. Just try some. 2 billion strain, 5 billion strain, 10 billion strain. Um, for myself, I like to take the Travelers probiotics. Travelers probiotics are some strains that protects you from hepatitis when you travel because it's a travelers. Jesus Christ! Sorry, I thought my cat was going mad. Um, yeah, travelers probiotics are made for to protect you from these um bacteria in the gut when you travel. So me, because I often have diarrhea still, I often try these probiotics. It's 9 strains. It's from Probaclac. I don't know if you can have it in your country or if you have equivalent, but that's what I take. Jesus, I'm thirsty. Okay, so 50 billion, 100 billion, 1,000 billion, whatever the fuck you want. If you have the money to spend, go try it. The stronger the better. It's stupid like this, but it is. It's if you want to try, it will because oh yeah, I have a final story I have to tell you. Um, when I was at the top of my insomnia and sickness, I had a very acute state of what else can I have that I haven't have left? Acne. Oh yes. Oh, it was the good times. I had kystic acne everywhere, from my forehead to my eyes to my everywhere, everywhere. Um, Kystic bursts of acid and pure fucking malevolence. I had it in my back. I was burnt red in my shoulders, in my neck, in my jaw, in my eyes, in my forehead, my temples. I just had bulbs of fucking acne everywhere, everywhere. And so my good doctor that said, "Oh, you don't sleep, just take antidepressants," and that I said, "Oh well, okay." And he said, "Oh well, you take antibiotics." He didn't talk to me about probiotics to balance the shit. He just said, "Hey, take a full fucking fledged of antibiotics every day until death comes to pass, basically." Because it, he didn't put any limit on the on the subscription in the of the antibiotics. So I was taking them, and of course, antibiotics kills intestinal flora. So not only did I have already a terrible, terrible intestinal flora, it made it worse. So yes, I have something that made it worse. Great. So I was taking it, and said, well, if the doctor said it's good for me, well, I have to take it now. Naive, 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 naive. I still did not learn my lesson. So I fucking ate these antibiotics like they were fucking milk and honey. It was great. Good antibiotics. Great, great, great. My belly aches were so bad, and I was working in security, so I couldn't spend my time being torn in half by my belly, but I was. And it was a fucking nightmare. I was taking, during my pauses, during my breaks, during my shifts, for the 15-minute breaks, I had in my pocket a little bottle of acid acid uh, how do you say well, acne. Oh, yeah, I had acne, whatever the fuck you call it. So I was putting acid on my pustules and rubbing it in my face in broad daylight. It's not like you say, "Oh, I'm gonna make a mask for the night and I'm gonna wash it in the morning." No, in pure afternoon, I was putting acidic slime on my pustules during my breaks in the mirror. I was bright red, bright acidic pustules, and the pus went down my jaw and my face. It was ridiculous, ridiculous. I remember just a quick note. That's funny. That's funny. This one. Um, I met the my higher boss. I had a boss in security, but my higher boss in the hospital. I went to shake his hand, and he looked at me like I was a fucking monster of the Loch Ness. It was so fucking funny. I went, "Oh yeah, you're liking my acting, well, aren't you, motherfucker?" And it was fucking stupid. Anyway, okay, so finish this in quickly, and I is um, yeah, it's late. So to finish this, probiotics. Try them if you have the money. Always helps. Can't hurt. See what you got. Supplements. Okay, if you are a constipated person, um, of course, I recommend enzymes. I recommend, of course, I'm not a healthcare practitioner. Don't take what I say for granted. If you can, enzymes, fiber. Fiber is very important. There are two types of fiber: soluble and insoluble. As is, um, as there are prebiotics and probiotics. I find the prebiotics to work better. So when you see inulin, inulin is a great, great, great prebiotic. I really recommend it. It's you can take it as a supplement, as a powder, as a food source. There are a lot of food or bread that contains inulin. That's a great one. I really recommend it. For the sake, guys, and gals, fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables. I cannot stress that enough. Take it, take it, take it, eat it, eat it, eat it. So then, after, what do you take when it's still not resolved? I'd be happy to tell you that you don't need supplements, but chances are you do. So, for the constipated, Trifala. I won't go into details. Go Google it, Google it, Google it. That's always what I say to anybody. Google it. Don't take my word for it. Google it. If you want to try it, try it. But don't take me for granted. Just do the best you can. Trifala, Cascara Sagrada, who is supposedly very interesting because from herborists they said that there were no comment on dit accoutumance en France, en anglais? Euh, T'es accro, t'es une dépendance. Anyway, a habit. You want your bowels are not supposed to be dependent of that plant. Supposedly, I don't know if it's true, but I've taken the pure plant because you'll find a lot of supplements on the market that are contains Cascara grada, but a lot of times senna, which is very very um, uh, it's very much you can very much depend on it. became accustomed to it, and that's not a thing that you want. You don't want to be dependent on any drug whatsoever. So Cascara Sagrada is supposedly the best plan for your gut because it stimulates without being dependent on it. So I've heard, so I've read. I don't know if it's true. You can try pectin. Pectin is great. It's found in jelly. It's found in apples. I often use apple pectin because it slows digestion because it absorbs water and make your bowels better movement. Then you have um, magnesium citrate. Magnesium citrate, not anything, not any sort of magnesium. Magnesium citrate, because magnesium citrate has a specific um, capability of retaining water and putting water in your stools and making your stools uh, denser. I think you say more thicker and easily removable. So magnesium citrate and triphala are the two pillars. Cascara Sagrada is the first warrior at the gate. Great results. Marshmallow is great for as an emollient. I don't know if it's proper English. I don't know. Don't ask me. Search marshmallow root. Um, then there's of course if you're not vegan, it's a lot easier. You could say you can take a lot of things like animals, like ferrobile, like things to make you release more gastric acid to digest better. So if you want to consult these types of pills, there you go. Um, and yeah, but basically, what else do I take? Um, yeah, probiotics. I've talked about them. They're sometimes good, but they're not a lucky charm. Of course, sincerely, guys and gals, it's not. It costs a lot. Of course, if you're rich, I don't know if you're a millionaire or whatever. Buy everything you can. Try it. Have some fun. I don't care. But for those of us who have to check their money at the gate, probiotics are not, um, except if you're in a dire need of traveler's flu or the diarrhea of your contracted bacterial infection, or if you're taking antibiotics, probiotics are your friend always. But for the rest of your normal life, if you have to take them every day, I don't think so. But just my take on it. So yeah. So yeah. Try try psyllium fiber. Try inulin. Try probiotics, prebiotics. Try formulas. Um, but of course, ginger is very good. Aloe vera is very tricky. It's a tricky fucker. Um, for me, it doesn't work very well. Some can drink the aloe vera juice and have great results. I have not. It gives me diarrhea every time, so I have stopped talking about aloe vera. But if you want to try, it's an anti-inflammatory, can help. But hey, what do I know? So for supplements, what else can I think of? Um, Slippery elm is a good one. But yeah, so anyway, things to say that the best of the best is a lot of water, lots of exercise. I know it's boring, but it's the truth. And of course, it won't pay each time, but I've never stopped training. I've never stopped running. I've never stopped eating right, eating lots of fruits, vegetables, grains, rice. Um, and of course, I'm destroying myself with alcohol, but that's my problem. That's my curse that I have to battle through. So, as word of advice is, I know I haven't covered everything I wanted to in this video, but at 1 hour, I think I'll leave it to this. And as always, guys, I hope. Um, oh yeah, some people would say, "Oh, you can drink prune juice before bed or in the day, or eat lots of prunes." And yeah, it is, but prunes cost a lot. For the cost of prunes, I better buy some um, I don't know, some green tea or some Cambodia roots. I better buy this for or some coffee, whatever, some some shit. Then fucking then fucking that. So yeah, so I'll end it here again. Almost this is not a therapeutic session. I am not a professional. Don't take my word for granted. Try at your own, because the only reason I'm alive is because I tested a lot of shit on me. I treat my body as a fucking uh, treatment center. I try any kind of shit. I don't care. So take very well care of your body, of your mind, of your souls. Uh, meditate. Take, of course, a lot of cardiac coherence. Cardiac coherence is a very good ally too. But that's something for another video for another time. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope that I have answered some questions. If not, always leave me a comment. I answered them all, or I try, because the fucking YouTube algorithm is shit. But since then, ladies and gentlemen, that's my video for today. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for I'm with you in this battle. I know how hard it is. I know how sickening and hurtful it is, and I know the curse. I've lived it. I've survived it. I'm still going through it. So in the end, all we can do is help each other, and that's the only reason I'm making this video, is to help. So take good care, and if you have any questions, sometime I do live streams, or just drop a comment and I'll answer it for the best, as best as I can. So take care, good night, good day, whenever you see this, and till next time.